This is called Ghost Town. I got this idea from myself, and I hope you really like it. Click likes if you like it. Thank you. My grandpa was going to tell me a ghost story, but instead he was going to tell me a monster story. He was starting the story in a ghost town, and how there were no visitor and had come there in years. Then a man and a woman and their two little boys. Their parents were in the middle of nowhere because their car had broken down in the middle of the road. So the wife named Lisa held up her hand to see if she can get a ride to the nearest gas station. For 10 hours she held up her hand to try to get her family a ride, but at first nobody came. Then a red car pulled up and a voice said, "Get in, Lisa." Get in. When Lisa looked into the red car, she saw a creepy old man. Lisa and her family got into the red car. Then the old man said, "Where do you want to go?" Then Lisa asked the old man, "Is there any gas stations around here?" The old man laughed. There has not been any gas station for miles." Then the old man said, "But there's a town nearby. I can take you there if you like." Then all at once the family told the old man yes, so the old man drove for hours. Then the old man stopped the car at the town. Lisa and her husband Luke and her two boys Larry and Leo wanted to thank the old man, but when they went back to the red car, the old man was gone. So the old man in the red car that is now gone drove them to a ghost town, and the family thought the ghost town had a working phone. So the husband and her two boys went into the sheriff's station. There was a phone, but so they tried to call someone, but the phone didn't work because the phone was a fake phone. So then her husband saw the old saloon next. When the husband left the sheriff's station and went into the saloon, Lisa's husband left the two boys back at the sheriff's station. And Lisa walks into the sheriff's station and saw that Leo was shaking with fear. So he saw what looked like a cowboy, but it was really a monster. This monster had no hair on his head, and he had a cowboy hat on his head, and in one of his hands, and in one of his hand was a gun, and his other hand was a skull. That skull belonged to the old man that he had that that had the red car. That's Leo's little brother. Did I miss something? I guess not. Leo's little brother and his parents had drove up to here in the ghost town. Then as Leo tried to save Larry, yeah, I think I missed something. So, and Leo and his brother, his parents drove up here. Then in the ghost town, then as Leo tried to save Larry from getting shot really badly by the cowboy monster, Larry got shot by the cowboy monster, gun then taken away. Then Leo screamed. Then when Leo's parents came, they asked Leo, "What did you do with your little brother, Larry?" Then his parents saw the drops of blood on the sheriff's station floor, and they thought Leo hurt his little brother, Larry. Then Leo said that he would never do something like that, ever. Leo told his parents that a monster shot his little brother Larry really badly. He took him away, but Leo's parents smiled at him and told him that monsters are not real. Then when it got dark outside, then his parents and Leo went out of the sheriff's station and walked over to the general store, and they went inside the general store to take anything they can eat or drink because they haven't not done either one in days. Then that's until Leo and his parents heard a sound of a gun going off. Then his parents tell Leo to get down low on the general store floor. Then that's when Leo did, and his parents told him not to say anything, and that's what he did for a while. And then for many hours they heard his sound. Bang, bang. Then Leo heard his brother voice calling for help over and over again. Then Leo told his parents that he heard his little brother calling for help. Then Leo's father stood up and when he went to check to see if his other son Larry was alive, the cowboy monster had shot his father very badly and had taken him away too. Now it's just Leo and his mother. Left alive. Leo and his mom ran as fast as their feet can take them. Then Leo and his mom found an old car. Leo's mom tried to start the old car and it started. His mom drove as far away the ghost town. That's until Leo's mom hits an old car into a tree and gets knocked out cold. Then Leo's mom wakes up and sees her husband and Leo and Larry back in the seat of the car, and her husband and her in the next seat next to her. And then she hears her son calling her name. Mommy, you're bleeding. That's because her mom got shot by the cowboy monster very badly, and while back in the store, he tried to save her husband, and she's going to die. Then Leo's mother died. Then right in front of the little boy's eyes, the cowboy monster cut up her body parts and with the chainsaw and put it into the black bag, and then he put down the chainsaw and picked up an axe and cut off the little boy's Leo's dead mother's head. Then the cowboy monster picked up the cut off head. And if Leo's mother and then the cowboy monster ate the tongue out of the cut off head, and then Leo's dead mother, and then the cowboy monster had a human tongue. Then after that, the cowboy monster took what he needed from Leo's whole family. The cowboy monster had his dad's hair, and also the cowboy monster had Leo's little brother's colored eyes, and now the cowboy monster has my mother's tongue. Now the cowboy monster is almost human. Now all the cowboy monster needs is Leo's nose. Now that Leo's little brother Larry is dead, and so are his parents. Now Leo comes face to face with the cowboy monster, but then the cowboy monster shoots him right in the chest. Then the cowboy monster cuts up Leo's body parts, then cuts off his head, and then the cowboy monster ate his other dead little boy's Leo's nose. Now the cowboy monster transforms into transformation to a cowboy monster to human. It's complete. Now the cowboy monster is a human. Nobody knows where he might strike again because the cowboy monster learned how to drive a car, and he got into the same red car that the old man drove them here. Then before the monster drove off in the red car, he gave a creepy smile and drove away in the red car to be never seen again. Because all this time, the cowboy monster is the old man after all this time. Now the cowboy monster, it had left a ghost town and is going out west. But that's a whole other story now, isn't it? The end. And here's my picture. Here's my picture. Here's my picture. Thank you for watching Nikki's channel and stay in tune for next time. Thank you.